I'm Noreen.
Hi everyone, I am Salsabila.
Hi, my name is Nabil.
So we are going to share with you guys about climate change in Singapore.
Singapore is a small island state in Southeast Asia and consists of one main island and more than 60 small ones. It is separated from peninsular Malaysia by the Straits of Johor and the Indonesian islands by the Straits of Singapore. Singapore has two seasons, which including the dry seasons that usually begin from March to August and the wet seasons that last from September to February. Due to its geographical location and maritime exposure, Singapore's climate is characterized by uniform temperature and pressure, high humidity and abundant rainfall. The average temperature is between 25 degrees Celsius and 31 degrees Celsius. Thunderstorms occur on 40% of all days. Relative humidity is in the range of 70 until 80%. April is the warmest month, January is the coolest month, and November is the wettest month.
So how can climate change affect Singapore? What is the impact of climate change in Singapore? First, sea level rise. As a low-lying island, the rise in sea level poses the most immediate threat to Singapore. Second, water resources. An increase in the intensity of weather variability could present significant challenges to the management of Singapore water resources. Periods of drought can affect the reliability of Singapore's water supply, while sudden episodes of intense rainfall could overwhelm Singapore's drainage system and lead to the flash floods. So third, biodiversity and greenery. A mean temperature increase of 1.5 degrees Celsius to 2.5 degrees Celsius could affect the natural diversity of Singapore's plants and animals at risk, as this alters Singapore's ecosystem's natural processes such as soil formation, nutrient storage, and pollution absorption.
Fourth is effect on public health, where Singapore is situated on a region where vector-borne disease are endemic. Most of the cases, vector-borne disease like dengue are observed during warmer periods of the year. Not only that, frequent and severe instances of warm weather may lead to more occurrence of heat, stress and discomfort among the elderly and sick. Fifth is urban heat island effect, where urban areas tend to be warmer due to the replacement of natural land covered with building and other infrastructure that retain and produce heat. Higher annual temperatures can also lead to a heat stress and as well greater use of air conditioning, increase Singapore energy demands. This is then result of the higher domestics and carbon emission.
Last one is the food security. The effects of climate change, such as intense storms, flooding, and prolonged droughts, are one of the trends threatening global food security. In Singapore, they are particularly vulnerable to fluctuations in global food supply and prices, as they import more than 90% of their food.
And now we are going to look at Singapore's strategy on solving climate change problems, where the first one is international negotiation, where under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, or what we call as UNFCCC, countries around the world are working together to address the challenge associated with the climate change. So Singapore refined the UNFCCC in 1997 and ascended the Kyoto Protocol in 2006. So on 12 December 2015, parties on the UNFCCC adopted the landmark of Agreement on Climate Change in Paris. So the Paris Agreement reaffirmed the long-term global with the goal to keeping the global warming well below 2 degrees Celsius, above pre-industrial levels, and they urged the parties to pursue the efforts to below more than 1.05 degrees Celsius their whole. So unlike the Kyoto Protocol, they require to only develop countries to fix emissions targets, while the Paris Agreement will be applicable to all the countries. So the Paris Agreement entered into the force of 4 November 2016.
Second, Inter-Ministerial Committee on Climate Change. It was established in 2007. The Inter-Ministerial Committee on Climate Change, IMCCC, ensures Singapore adopts a coordinated approach towards climate change. So, National Environment Agency actively support the strategic outcomes of the various IMCCC working groups. Third and the last one is Singapore's efforts in mitigating hydrofluorocarbon emissions, HFC. HFCs are potent greenhouse gases that are commonly used as refrigerants in commercial and residential refrigeration and air conditioning applications. So, National Environment Agencies has introduced measures to mitigate HFC emissions.
So we can conclude that to minimize the impact of climate change, efforts are not enough being implemented through the government's regulation only, but with the participation from many elements, such as the role of citizen itself, to reduce any other activities that will lead to heat levels increase.
So guys, we actually can help to reduce the impacts of climate change by
Drive less,
recycle more,
Check your tires,
Use less hot water.
plant a tree.
and avoid products with a lot of packagings. So that's all from us.
Bye.
Bye-bye.